て道を描いたこんな違う僕ら出会うはずもないはずもなかったさ
Hello!
Hello!
And welcome to SkullKidz Anime Wrap-Up for Spring 2015.
Anime and a dumb.
And the Summer 2015 Preview Show. So, we're going to be doing the same thing we did last time.
I see there's a new Duel Master series.
That was from Spring. We talked about that last time a little bit.
Oh, well, fuck that.
Alright, so right off the bat, Arslan Senki.
Which is?
We watched, I watched 5 episodes of this, I think we did.
We?
Yeah, we watched it. It's the one that has the Full Metal Alchemist artist.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's like...
Where's the big picture on the screen?
You don't need to see it.
I want to see it. I want to know what I'm talking about.
I'll open them up as we go.
If you just want to talk about these things because you know them.
Alright, so it's the whole, weird war thing. There's kingdoms.
Wait, I see a picture down here and he's all old. Is there, another time skip?
Yes, there's probably another time skip. We only watched 5 episodes of this, man. This is an ongoing season or series, so I think this is going to be 25.
Okay, they were doing war and shit.
It's all based around war and kingdoms.
Western
style kingdoms.
Royalty.
A lot of royalty.
That kind of people following the rules of the people in power just because.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
They just, they talk about the greatness of slavery at one point, and it's the main character's so fucking ignorant of everything, but that's kind of the whole point of the story, is him overcoming that and learning.
Some higher-up guy gave a tactical opinion to the king, and the king was like, no, fuck that shit.
How dare you?
You're demoted! And then gave him a chance to not be demoted.
Because his father, begged and stuff.
Which is bullshit. Be a good king.
Yeah, it's very medieval style, but, in the desert style. It's weird. It's actually pretty cool. I enjoyed the 5 episodes I saw.
It was alright. I'm just kind of... I don't know if I'd say jaded, but...
You're extremely jaded towards anime, and you don't want to watch things, so...
Well, it's just, it's series in general of... I've seen this before. Oh, atrocities in the war, ooh.
Yeah.
And it just had no impact on me, personally.
It's not, amazing or anything.
I would say it was pretty good.
It was quality.
I'm just not wow.
It's not mind-blowing, but it's of a pretty good quality.
And Hirokawa, she has her noses.
Yeah, I like her art style. I don't particularly...
I do, it's just the only thing I have to compare it to is Full Metal Alchemist. And
yeah.
It's just, hey, it's all, all the characters she drew before?
Silver Spoon's is pretty good.
There it is again.
I don't...
There's Greed. There's the other guy. Kimberly.
God damn it, Big Boss. I don't particularly think
Hohenheim.
I don't particularly think that this style fits this style of war, necessarily. I don't...
A bunch of soldiers just going out and dying.
Yeah. Also, Studio Pierrot worked on several bits of it, and Jesus Christ.
Also, one of the major plot point in the 5 episodes we've seen relies entirely on bullshit trickery, which just works.
It just does. It just works out.
Come on, people.
Alright, next thing. Real quick, you're probably hearing a fan in the background. It's fucking summer and it's hot.
It's Skeleton Manners.
What? What are you talking about Skeleton Manners?
Because he's a fan.
He's not a fan.
Well, fuck him then. Inside
Jesus
reference.
Christ, Big Boss, what are you doing?
Shoutouts to Slack Chat. Crazy fucks.
Baby Steps Season 2.
Where's Kodomo no Jikon?
That's 2006, man.
Sequel anime.
We don't need a sequel.
Story was never finished.
It's fine.
The OVA didn't go anywhere.
It's fine.
I think they went camping?
That sounds about right. I never watched the OVA. Baby Steps 2 Tennis. Animated by Studio Pierrot.
Isn't it just more tennis?
It's more tennis. Animated by Pierrot.
It's no Prince of Tennis.
It is no Prince of Tennis.
That was some shit animation.
Somewhat realistic tennis with no animation. Because Studio Pierrot is the fucking worst.
Speaking of Prince of Tennis, I would just say the Prince of Tennis anime is comparable to the iShield 21 anime.
iShield 21 anime.
Decent line work in the manga.
It's fucking trash in animation because it just doesn't have the budget. You can't... iShield 21 needs a Gurren Lagann-esque budget Not even that good.
Type shit.
It just needs a budget. It had no fucking money. Particularly because it's a longer series, so it's like probably around 100
series
episodes
itself
or so.
was full of awesome BS, but the art was great.
The art was fantastic. That guy went on to do One Punch Man.
Pretty racist.
And One Punch Man has probably the best art of manga I've seen ever.
Alright, so fuck Baby Steps 2.
Baby Steps
Don't
2,
watch
I
it.
didn't watch it because it's a follow-up to a season I didn't watch.
I'm not in love with it.
Battle Spirits Burning Souls, not talking about
Beat
it.
'em on.
Alright. So, Denpa Kyoshi.
I see a girl.
That's a guy.
I see no, the one behind
Right,
it.
yeah, that's a girl. So,
Harem series?
nah, I didn't watch enough of it to know. So, the first episode, the main guy's a genius, and he's obsessed with manga and anime, and then
welcome to the NHK.
And then his sister gets him the job as a teacher. So it's like kinda Great Teacher Onizuka mixed with that. Except, alright, so I haven't read the manga.
Sister incest.
There is hinted incest, of course.
No, I want like raw explicit.
It's all jokes about it and stuff. So this is fucking garbage. And there's an explicit reason why. It has probably the worst animation I have seen since Sailor Moon Crystal.
Looks pretty generic.
The art style here, I saw it and I was like, yeah, that's generic enough. They got that A1 Pictures face going on. And I'm fine with their art style. But Jesus Christ, that animation was so fucking bad.
Koyomi Hiragi?
Yeah, sure. And he just gets a job as a teacher, and now all of a sudden he's teaching school. And it, like, from what I've heard of the manga, it's actually alright. I've heard it's pretty fun. But this anime is fucking unwatchable. It's so bad.
Sounds neat.
Ace of the Diamond Season 2. I'm still working through Season 1. It's Ace. Do they play baseball?
Baseball.
Duel Masters 11th Series.
Oh, really?
11th Duel Masters BSR.
So that shit's been going on forever?
They never stopped, apparently. Alright. So, Dungeon Dia Moto... Fucking Danmachi. Is it alright to pick up girls in a dungeon crawler? Is it okay to pick up dungeon girls? Quit fucking interrupting me, man!
You gotta say it all.
I'm not gonna say it in Japanese because it's way too fucking much. Is it wrong to pick up girls in a dungeon crawler? So...
Yes.
People... Well, it's... The basic plot...
With those boobs, I'll make an exception.
Alright, Hestia is Bestia, that's no question. But the basic plot is it takes place in a dungeon crawler RPG that isn't like... It's in-world a dungeon crawler RPG, but it's not like in a game or anything. So it's like a world that just works like a video game does. With level ups and stuff like that. And each person joins a god, and they have to follow that god and get their guild up and stuff and go through the layers of the dungeon. It's pretty fucking generic.
It's like Game of Thrones.
No, it's a video game.
They have gods in there.
Well, they're literal, like, anime girl gods.
Oh.
That is a god, Hestia. Hestia is a god.
So it's Oh My Goddess.
No, because those are fake. Those are angels.
My Goddess.
Those are angels. These are actual gods from history. Like, mythology and stuff.
So it's like Evangelion.
No. So, people keep
Zazel.
saying that this series is like SAO. Because the main character is kind of a Mary Sue.
It looks more like D. Grayman to me.
And it's a vaguely video game-esque world. Despite these two series being nothing alike.
What about Dot Hack?
It's more similar to Dot Hack because look at this main motherfucker. And no, we're not talking about video games.
No, like, they're in a video game type world, except people are taking it seriously in that.
And no, see, that's the thing. We're not talking about Dot Hack, we're not talking about SAO, really. We're talking about Danmachi, which... If you die in the video game, you're actually dead because it's not a fucking video game. It's actually real life. It has somewhat clever writing.
Wasn't there a series where they did you die in the game, you die in the real world?
Like every single one of those series.
No, but they actually do die, for real.
Sword Art.
No.
Yeah, they die in real life in Sword Art.
No, because I saw...
It's now really the fucking time.
I saw when I was watching Tsunami last week, he was, Kirito was like, You had someone sneak in and inject him, and that's how it looks like they could kill him in the game. In the
Oh no,
world.
that's season 2. Season 2 is a completely different thing. Season 1, in Sword Art Online, if you died in the game, you died in real life. Then the second half of season 1, that didn't happen, and people just took it way too seriously for no reason. And then season 2, Death Gun was able to kill people from inside the game with his death gun.
He's lying.
But it's all a thing.
He tricked him.
Spoilers. I haven't gotten that far. I haven't watched season 2.
But he injected him, and so it made it look like they had a
Thanks
heart
for the
attack in
spoilers,
beginning.
asshole. I have to edit that out.
I thought you knew.
I didn't. I haven't watched season 2. Either way, Don Machi and SAO are nothing fucking alike, and people keep saying it. But like the characters are nothing alike, the tone is nothing alike, the animation is nothing alike. The character designs are only somewhat vaguely similar in a couple characters.
Let's see tits.
Yeah, there are tits on like every character on this page.
Can you say tits?
Yeah?
Is that like PC nowadays?
It-
I don't want to like
We said
offend anyone.
We said fuck. We say the F word. We say the fag
no,
words.
because like we say fuck. Yeah, that's cool. Everyone says it. We don't really say fag.
We don't. We joke about
We're being
that.
like hyper ironic about it.
And I'm bi, so it's okay.
yeah,
It's not. It's not.
My
okay.
best friend is half gay.
Anyway, Don Machi is actually really fun. It's pretty clever. The animation is actually really fucking good.
Twists.
There's not really many twists. It's a
The
straight.
twist is they are in a video game.
No, shut the fuck up.
Well, that could be it, right?
It could, but whatever. It's a fun, fan service filled series with good action and likable characters.
At the very final scene, they beat the bad guy and they're celebrating. And the guy wakes up as he takes off his Oculus Rift. Coming
And
2016.
It's Kirito. And he's
Oh, fuck
getting
that.
his dick sucked by his little sister, who isn't his little sister.
Well, then why would you want that?
Because, Eikoku Ike Nihon Taberu Taberu. This is that weird, like, foreigners vacationing in America thing.
Are you messing it up on purpose
Yes.
so it doesn't sound
I
like
don't-
you're a nerd by trying to say it right?
Alright. I fucking hate people trying to pronounce Japanese shit correctly, like, Taberu. Like, get the fuck out of here pronouncing R's as D's.
Not even that, just like the whole thing altogether.
It's a weird fucking collection of Ike Nihon O Taberu
Ike.
Ike
Ike.
Ike
Ike.
fuck whatever this is.
Nihon it means Japan.
I know, because that's like the honorable way to say Nippon. No, oh wait, I get
This
the two
looks
mixed
like
up.
bullshit.
It's just people. It's a
Looks
book
like a
series
cartoon.
about foreigners, like Americans, vacationing in Japan and learning about Japan and shit. Don't worry about it.
Booth. So it's canon in the Bones universe.
It is canon in the Bones universe. This is a canon follow-up
That
to
could be
Bones.
them.
It totally
She's
could.
redheaded, kind of,
Fucking
and he's a white
Booth-
guy.
Booth got fucking fat, so it's possible.
Yeah.
All right, Eto Tama.
Lolies.
There are plenty of Lolies in this series. It's another like Zodiac monster thing. The Zodiac are anime girls all living in a house with a guy.
See a
You
cow.
don't have to read the descriptions I'm talking about.
I'm looking at the girls.
All right.
If you like zoomed in or something, this picture's like 2 inches.
So yeah,
Can
all
you
these
zoom in
girls.
more? Can you like find a high res image of that?
No, we're just talking about it for a minute, man.
I can't see all the pixels.
Who gives a shit?
I do. I'm the one looking at it.
It's all
What's
these
she,
girls
a
are
cat? Main
Zodiacs.
character's a cat?
The cat's the main character because cats are always the main characters in these types of things. And there's a boy, and they all start living in his house.
The dragon, because she got the dragon horns.
And then eventually, like,
Wait,
they-
which one's the snake? Is it she up there?
I think that might
no,
be.
that's like a rabbit.
That one's a snake.
How?
Because she's like, who gives a shit? It doesn't matter.
She could be the cock.
It's.
That'd be funny if the cock was a trap.
That's weird. Don't say these things. Don't be a weird asshole. They all start living, and then they go into little, like, fight things that are CG. And the animation there's actually, like, some of the best anime CG I've seen. Like, really, like, it looks good, but then when they start moving, it doesn't look so good.
It's about the Eta Musume, or Zodiac girls.
Exactly. I only watched a couple episodes. It's okay. It's pretty standard. The fight scenes are somewhat well animated, but they don't really mean anything because it's kind of like a fighting game. And they transform to like chibi versions of themselves, so you're not really jerking to that.
Well,
I'm not jerking to that. Not the good kind of chibi where it's like they just become like lowlies or whatever. Good being that. It's the type where they have tiny ass bodies and giant heads.
well,
Not. Alright, I'll just say they're not hot.
I'll take your word for it.
Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works Season 2.
Spoilers!
What the fuck is that spoilers?
Haven't we only seen season 1?
Yeah, but we know there's another season.
Still.
We know Fate Stay Night exists.
I know the main girl lives, because she's the main character.
Even if they die, they can come back.
I know
in
the other one.
place.
Oh, she looks old. Time skip?
Yes, this is a time skip.
What the hell, man? I thought it was like, this is a tournament.
Yeah, well, the first tournament ends, probably.
The first tournament ends, and they have one, like, a few years later.
That's spoilers. Let's stop talking about it. I don't fucking know.
That's bullshit.
I don't. We're still watching Fate Zero.
Who's this? Is that the Lancer dude again?
I think this is a different guy.
They're just summoning new guys.
I think this guy is Archer.
Get out of here.
Fate Stay Night actually came. I think Fate Stay
Stairs
Night.
not tall enough.
Fate Stay Night was made before Fate Zero, I think, and Fate Zero was a novel prequel, and then they made that into an anime. Well, they made Fate Stay Night into an anime a long ass time ago, but it was fucking terrible. It had like shitty animation, and
Have we actually talked about Fate Zero?
we haven't. We might as well talk about it now. Fate Zero's pretty fucking good.
Good. You mentioned Game of Thrones, but it's not
That's
that.
what I was told. It's nothing
In
like
the
Game of Thrones.
Quality department?
I don't know what people were talking about.
If anyone doesn't know, don't they all know?
I don't.
Is there anyone who
fucking-
doesn't?
I don't
okay,
know.
there's magic in the world, and the mage guilds, there's like a few of them, whatever. And like every 50 years?
It's every somewhat amount of time. We've been watching it for a long
It's every
while.
like one really long generation of people.
Yeah.
There's a magical tournament for the Holy Grail, which will grant the winner a wish that'll do anything. And so, like, the 7 guilds they'll have their own guys, and they summon a guy from...
Only the best wizards in the world get to take place.
Ancient hero from the past using a special item, and then they all fight for it. And they have, like, classes.
They have classes like
Lancer, the Archer.
Caster, Lancer.
Caster's, like, pure sorcerer magic.
Caster's fucking radical.
He's a serial killer
He is
guy.
a psychopathic monster.
The guy who
He's
summons
awesome.
him is a serial killer, and he himself is an ancient sorcerer who's, like, the worst.
Fate Zero is really fucking good. Like, I don't know about... I keep hearing it hyped up as, like,
It's
the most...
pretty serious, but then, like, once everything gets started, and they're all there, they gotta meet each other, and they gotta talk,
Yeah.
and they gotta set up all the characters.
Just for a series where everyone is supposed to be fighting each other at all times...
No one's fighting anyone.
They're
really.
not fighting that much, and they're doing a lot of talking to each other on neutral ground. Like, a lot.
No serious fights have happened yet.
Well... A couple have. A couple minor ones.
One was set up.
All right, we don't need to go that much into it. This is spoiler
Okay, I won't
territory.
spoil it. One was set up.
When we finish it, we'll do a spoiler cast.
One was set up,
Okay.
and I'm struggling to think of another one where something actually happened.
Either way, moving on. Fate's pretty good.
So
Check
there
it
was one
out.
that kind of mattered.
Future Card Buddy Fight 100.
Sounds like shit.
It's a show for like 9-year-olds.
It's not 9 though. If you're 9, check this show out.
But we're not. So moving on. Gintama new season.
If you like Gintama, I've heard it's good.
It's
I've not seen any
super
of it.
fucking good. I actually do not like the anime. The anime has a lot of really good one-off episodes.
This is too long.
It's not even that it's too long. It's that I don't personally think gags work well in anime.
Because you said they like stretch a chapter into an episode.
Sometimes they'll stretch chapters into an episode. Sometimes they'll force multiple chapters into one. The pacing's all over the place, and I don't like the voices. They don't match what I had in my head.
My only experience with Gintama was early 2007 while I read like a single volume, like the first volume.
Yeah, it
Couldn't really follow what was going on. There was a ton of text. It was all gags. And I was just, at the time, I was just like, what is this shit?
Gintama starts really slow. Like,
was.
I didn't know if I liked it for 10 volumes.
Fuck that shit. I was getting into Naruto. They were doing the tuning exams. That shit was hot. Naruto was going places. And Bleach had just come out.
Man, there's
on Toonami.
There's Soul Reapers!
That shit was dark.
It's dark, man. Hey, death. Those monsters are eating people.
2007, the golden age of manga.
Gintama's really good. I actually recommend reading the manga. I don't care much for the anime. Grishia no Rakuen.
I don't think that first one's even Japanese.
It's a visual novel. We talked about it last season. It's nothing.
So they make the visual novel animes, aren't they just they'll take the animation from the visual novel and like tweak it up a little bit?
Not really.
That's what I've seen so far in Fate. They're just like, oh, they look really good, but then they're not moving too much until they get into an action scene.
The problem with visual novel adaptations is there's so much fucking talking in visual novels.
I remember that one scene where it was like two guys telling this other guy what was up with the tournament. And he was standing there, they were talking the whole time, and they just walked circles around him.
Yeah, and they kept like cutting to the people as though it was a visual novel.
It's like Death Note. You can't really animate that.
Like, visual novels like Danganronpa, it has a lot of talking, but they just forced everything in, and the plot made no sense in the anime because it was so much fucking talking they couldn't just do it.
Stylized.
It was still stylized,
that.
and it was okay, but it messed up the story because you can't have all that talking in there, and a lot of that talking and character setup is necessary for the entire series to make any sense. And then the other example of Demon Bane, of what you can do,
that was just bad,
where you can't make it the original thing fully, so you have to try and adapt it into a different thing. I'm not that into visual novel animes.
Let's take Gurren Lagann and jam it into 5 episodes.
Yeah, it's weird.
And
so,
you can't cite the movies because those only work having seen the series.
Yeah, they're not great for first-time viewers. So, Gunslinger Stratos, the animation.
Guns?
I talked about Gunslinger Stratos last time. Gunslinger Stratos is a fucking radical video game. It is a radical arcade game.
I gotta say, they changed Japan in the future to the 17th Far East Imperial City Management District. Terrible name.
Yes. Gunslinger Stratos, the game, is fucking awesome. It's an arcade game. You have guns. You jump around a city. It has like Legend of Kage jumps. You use 2 light guns to control it, and they got sticks on them. So you move your character around, and you shoot with the light guns. It's fucking awesome. The story? Not so much. And the animation in this anime? Not so much. Not great. Not very good at all. I don't recommend it.
Make a VR game.
That would be cool.
Anime shooter. And your complaint of like, how am I gonna see myself? Mirrors. You have a mirror like everywhere.
Well, the game is third person.
Well, fuck that. Get that out of my VR.
Because the character designs are awesome.
Whatever.
Hello Kirino Mosaic second season. It's really good. Very giftable, very fun show.
It's like K-On!
It's nothing like K-On!
K-Mon.
Alright, next series. Hibiki Euphonium, aka Sound
Hibiki.
What the fuck ever, man. Quit interrupting with your corrections!
Learn to read, dude.
Shut the fuck up. Sound Euphonium is fucking incredible. The show's so fucking good.
Never seen it.
When this goes up, I think there's only like one more episode left. People were selling it as K-On! The Brass Band Edition.
Not interested.
It's nothing like K-On! Really. Like, other than some of the faces and a little bit of the moe, it's nothing like K-On! Because there's actually a plot. The characters are fucking great.
Is this one where it's lesbians?
Spoiler alert, there are lesbians. It's so good. The animation is astounding. Everything about the show is top quality.
Kyoto Animation.
Are
they good?
KyoAni is awesome. And terrible. So, KyoAni did Haruhi. Remember Haruhi?
Season 1?
Season 1 and 2. See,
the good part of season 2, or...
Here's the problem with KyoAni. They do amazing shit. Like, they did Chuni too, or Chuni as well. But they fuck up second seasons so fucking hard. All of their second seasons are terrible.
Story, or...
All across the board. Second seasons, story falls apart, characters become caricatures, everything just falls the fuck apart in their second seasons. And no one knows why. Like, this is a fantastic fucking series. But if season 2 comes out and it's goddamn terrible, I don't know if I can take it.
Well, whatever.
Like, this is probably anime of the season. They change directors every episode, so every episode has like a wildly different artistic direction. It's fucking gorgeous. Sound Euphonium is definitely anime of the season. Not counting like Kuroko and JoJo, because when you get long series involved, it's weird because when do you give them credit? Whatever. Sound Euphonium is the short series of the season. It's so fucking good. Check it out. High School DD. I still not watched any High School DD.
What is that?
It's a fan service harem series with shonen stuff.
So that the brown guy, he's the guy.
Yep, and then all these girls.
Lowly character.
The lowly twerks.
She's probably sweet, right?
I don't know. I haven't seen any of it.
She's probably
She's like the mature one.
The Ojo-sama.
Ha. Alright, yeah, fuck it. It's alright, apparently. People say it's a guilty pleasure. Hokago no Pleiades. It's animated by Gainax.
Ooh, your favorite!
I love Gainax so much. But
So it's Madoka.
it's sponsored by Subaru. The car company.
Like, oh, yep, Subaru.
The main character is named Subaru.
So does that, like, work into the show? Or?
No, she's just named Subaru.
They got the little sparkles that you like.
Yeah, I don't know if I love this show or if it's terrible. Because the pacing's weird, but the animation is gorgeous.
You got the Madoka, you got the Homura, you got the blue hair.
Blue hair is actually
hair.
Homura in this series, a little bit. It's super good, like, and super terrible.
You
at
got
the
the
same
other
time.
one?
I don't know if it's good or not. That's the thing. Because the animation quality is amazing, and, like, the story, I haven't finished it, but it's super, like, confusing, and I don't know if that's good writing on Gainax's part, or bad Gainax writing, where it's just intentionally obtuse for no real reason.
Alright.
It's pretty good. Check it out, maybe.
Brought to you by Subaru.
Sponsored by the new Subaru Tacoma. That's a car they make.
They're not doing the Subaru Outback.
Brought to you by the Subaru Outback.
Alright, what's this next one?
Jewel Pet, Magical Change, Magical Girls, Little
I
Girls
was
Show.
gonna say it's lowly, but it says kids down there.
It's a kid's show. Don't worry about it. Kaito Joker 2. It's Kaito Joker.
What is that?
He's like a Phantom Thief. It's another kid's show. Kekai Sensen. It's actually really cool.
Bones!
It's animated by Bones. And
Don't look like Eureka's 7.
4 years ago, aliens just showed the fuck up in New York and everywhere. So now aliens are just in the world, and New York is like the worst city in the world. And this kid moves there, and superpowers are a thing, and people
So it's
do
like,
shit.
it says it traps them in an impenetrable dome.
Yes,
So it's like Under the Dome by Stephen King.
but with alien anime New York. It seems really cool. I want to watch it.
Alright.
And then Production IG, Ghost in the Shell, Arise,
Wait.
Alternative
Kokaku
Architecture,
Kido Tai. That's Ghost in the Shell.
Arise, apparently. I have not watched any Ghost of the Shell.
Gitsa!
Gitsa! So, whatever. Maybe it's okay.
Changing character.
Kyokai no Rine. So, this is by the Inuyasha woman.
Oh yeah, Rumiko Takahashi.
Yeah, and she...
Yeah, you don't like her big heads.
I don't like her big heads, but more...
They look a little smaller here.
Every character looks this fucking same. Like, not... I'm fine with same face.
Oh yeah, you like Moe.
I love Moe, and I'm fine with same face. But I don't care for same face when
Wait,
it's across...
Open that up.
I don't care for it when it's across multiple series.
Yeah, that is an adaptation. I've seen that manga around.
It's a manga of hers. It's actually pretty funny, because the main character is like, she's a girl and she's the most generic, like, her style.
So it's
main
Inuyasha.
character. It's Inuyasha, but less based around adventuring in another world. It's more, you remember, like, early Yu Yu Hakusho?
Just ghosts and shit.
Going around helping ghosts solve their problems. It's that.
So it's like Bleach.
Yes, but more comedic.
So it's like early Bleach.
It's a more comedic early Bleach.
That's just early Bleach.
It's a more comedic early Bleach. And it's alright. I don't like her character designs. The main boy character is actually kind of fun, because he's fucking poor. And he can't even afford a school uniform. And he's always trying to, like, just trying to get money. He's pretty fun. It's alright. Maho Shoujo Lyrical Nanaha.
Oh, you just skipped Lupin the Third.
Because it's not out.
Lupin the Third!
It didn't actually premiere. It's nowhere to be found.
Never cared for it. It's before my time.
Nanaha, whatever. I never even saw this one.
What's
around.
with all the heterochromia?
It's anime, man.
Still, there's like 1, 2, 3, maybe 4.
It's fucking lyrical Nanaha. It's all that shit. I have never fucking heard of this one, and I'm like all over the places. Mikagura Gakuen.
Come on, man. You can read it better than that.
I'm not good with these names, man. It's
Kumikoku!
let's read this description.
Why don't you just open all of them up?
Story of the original light novels and
Fuck
manga
that. Shut it
revolves
down.
around high school girl Erina Ichinomiya, who enters the Mikigura Academy dreaming of a boarding school life filled with beauty. However, Erina finds out that the culture club there is ruled of battles that are fought with special powers.
She becomes the representative of
to
the club.
decide a club representative's treatment. Though various circumstances, Erina becomes a representative of the club and is thrown into the fray. It sounds like Baka to Test.
Yeah. Clubs and shit, battles.
Baka to Test with a more mainstream art style. I never saw that on any of the streaming sites I go to.
Traps.
There might be a trap in there. Nagado Yuki-chan no Shoshitsu.
Spin-off?
It's a spin-off where Nagato has emotions, apparently.
The romance of Yuki Nagato.
Yeah, it's...
But she's different.
She's a different character altogether. That's when I lost interest completely. I still haven't seen the rest of fucking Haruhi Season 2, so whatever. Nisekoi, still haven't watched any Nisekoi. I am a fucking terrible person. I don't watch much anime, I'm just realizing.
By Shaft.
I watch a lot of anime, but there's so many on here I haven't seen. Ore Monogatari. We watched most of the story. We have a couple episodes to catch up on. It's continuing into next season, so we'll probably talk about it a little bit more once it's finished. But it's by Madhouse. It's fucking great. He's a big muscle man, and he's the best guy. And he's working towards getting his girlfriend, and then he's dealing with all those issues. It's really fucking funny and really good.
Made me cry.
Yeah, well, you cried over a One Piece opening.
It's the Sherwood tear of approval.
You cry over the easiest shit.
Yeah, that's back when One Piece was good.
Let's not get into that.
That's back when we didn't know One Piece was so bad.
Let's not get into this.
One Piece is a cartoon now.
Owari no Seraph. I didn't even watch this one.
So it says a virus kills everyone over 13.
The story takes place in a world where an
Kills
unknown
everyone over
virus
13,
has
and
killed
then the children get
entire
slayed by
human
vampires.
population,
And then this kid's like, I'm gonna fuck
except
these
for
vampires
children under 13.
Why do you gotta read the whole
Those
thing?
children were then enslaved by vampires.
Does this actually work?
The manga centers on Yuichiro Hyakuya, a human who dreams of becoming strong enough to kill all the vampires.
Send us your comments. Do you want full narration?
Yes, they do.
Just learn to fucking read.
Plastic Memories.
Idiots.
Plastic Memories is the lighthearted slice of life version of Blade Runner.
Have you seen Blade Runner?
No, but I had somebody tell me that this is exactly what it's like. So,
I've seen it. It's boring.
in this, it's in the super future, whatever, and people get, like, server robot people, and they're, like, artificial intelligence. They're, like...
Wait. Servant robot?
They're servants, like,
Okay,
people...
'cause you said server, and that's different.
Servant robot people that... They're not really servants, but they're, like, more like people because they have artificial intelligence.
Like, they're androids?
They're kind of androids, aren't androids? I don't know, whatever. They're robot android people, and...
They're reploids?
They have, like, a 9-year memory, and after that, their memory erases. It's like a safety thing.
Failsafe?
A failsafe, so nothing goes wrong. And the job of the main character is to go around with one of these robots as his partner, and with all the other people in this, like, they're like the police for this. They have to go around and collect the things that are losing their memory after 9 years, because they only have a 9-year service plan. And they have to go around and collect them. It's actually pretty heartwarming. I got pretty emotional. It's a good show.
Like, people are getting attached to them?
They're getting super attached, and, like, in the first episode, the first one they went up and did was this old couple who had, like, a teenage boy, and he was their son, and they're like, a tearful goodbye, and they're like, thanks for these 9 years, you've been the best parents ever, I love you, goodbye, and they're just like, goodbye, son, it's all good. And then the next one is an old woman whose entire family is dead, except for her little robot girl, who's about to lose her memory, and she refuses to give her up. And she's like, I'm not letting go of my little girl. And like, she's gonna die, you gotta give us your little girl. And she just refuses, and then they go into the whole thing of, like, the robot's point of view on it, and the whole series...
the robots are sentient?
Yes. They're sentient, they're people, they have artificial intelligence.
Except they own them.
Yeah.
There's like some weird angle there.
They're just fine with it. That's the way they're programmed.
So they're not entirely sentient.
They're not fully sentient, I guess, But they're like, they have a root programming that they have to follow, but it can go wrong. And then some people like fall in love with theirs because they do have some amount of human thought, and then they'll run away with the ones they love, and that whole thing goes
basically
on.
like that new show Humans, except the robots have a time limit.
Yes. Pre-Para 2, another season of Pre-Para, not going... I'm just going to skip all the ones that are sequels that I haven't watched. Punchline's radical. You only watched one episode, it's super weird, super good animation.
Very super weird.
Extremely weird, gag, jokes. I really liked it. It's a really good show.
I didn't know if I was supposed to know the characters.
It's intentionally confusing. It's really good, though. Like,
It's etchy.
It's tons of fan service, but it's really fun. I had a ton of fun with Punchline.
What's this? A seinen series?
Raycon is an adaptation of a 4-coma manga, and it fucking feels like it.
Just like really short.
Really short
Gaggy.
jokes and gags that run into, then they just do another one, and then a separate one. And the animation's trash because, hey, what's this?
Studio Pierrot.
Studio Pierrot. The worst garbage in the world. I fucking hate you, Studio Pierrot.
Yeah, it does look generic.
No. Character designs and everything aside, the way they move, the environments.
It's like South Park.
The environments are like photographs. They're photographs of places that they just like mosaicked over and then drew anime characters over. It is fucking terrible. It's so bad.
But it's for grown men.
But it's so bad. It looks like
Seinen.
It looks like dog shit. Because she can see ghosts and she can talk to ghosts. And like ghosts are getting into wacky situations. And there's actually some pretty fucked up humor with it.
It's voodoo over here and tarot.
Like the jokes themselves are pretty funny actually. But that fucking Studio Pierrot. Stop giving them things. Jesus Christ. Shokugeki no Soma. You watched maybe like half an episode of this with me?
It's the cook dude.
It's Food Wars, where it's
Yakitate Japan Extreme.
It's extreme Yakitate Japan. And he goes to the school where he participates in Iron Chefs. Because Shokugeki means food battle.
Alright.
So, it's got some fan service, but the characters are all really likable. The battles are actually pretty fucking hype. Like, they get shit going, and then, I think it's around episode 10, you hear one word, and it's like, you know what that fucking word means. And he just says, Shokugeki. And it's like, oh shit! He's challenging that person to a food battle?
Well, wouldn't he?
No, not in the context. Because to do a food battle, you have to stake something of equal value, and the other person has to agree on it, and you have to agree on like a bunch of different terms. So if you challenge someone to a Shokugeki, you have to put something on the line, and there has to be a damn good reason for them to agree to it. So it's like, if he issues a Shokugeki, that's a fucking big deal.
Well, it's anime, though, so it's gonna happen.
It is, but it's fucking hype. And they do a good job of not having it happen too much.
This guy's not gonna challenge the most powerful guy. There's no way that's gonna happen.
Trust me, it's hype. Shokugeki no Soma is one of my favorites of the season. It's an ongoing thing, so it's just going to keep going, so I'll probably not talk about it again after this. But I wholeheartily recommend it. The animation's good.
Is it a love story right there?
The love is weird because, like, they're not really shipped. Because she's the Satsuki of the series. She has the god tongue. Where she has the deepest palate of anybody in the school. Ever since she was a baby, she's been, like, critiquing high-class food and talking about everything that's wrong with it. And he's just, like, some kid from a diner. And he lives in a dorm with people, and there's a girl there that he's kind of shipped with, and she's, like, his partner, and they're kind of shipped, but then they're kind of shipped. It's not really a harem, but the ship's weird. I really recommend it. Good show. Show by Rock.
Is it a rock idol?
Show by Rock is something I was really excited for. Girl gets taken into a world based around music, and she's a musician, and she plays music games, and they're doing music stuff, and it's really fucking colorful, really cute, really funny. Like, the writing is clever as shit. Don't lay down, man.
I'm not laying down.
You were about to lay down.
I'm getting up.
Everything's super cute and well done, really funny, but then they go into Hello Kitty CG fights that look like shitty Sonic characters. Like, shitty Sonic characters. And they have shitty CG animation fights. And it's really depressing. Because there's like a boy band in there, and the boy band is fucking hilarious. They should have been the main characters, and there should have been no CG in there. But it's so depressing, because I really wanted to like Show by Rock, but half of the show is trash. It's absolute garbage. Alright, Tessagura Bukatsu Mono spin-off Puru Pururen Sharumaru to Asoho. Fuck it. It looks like shit, it's CG, it's not funny. Triage X. So I told you a little bit about Triage X.
Bounty Hunter, City of Crime, legal.
The city is all fuck. Are you already getting to the point where you're just dismissive over everything?
No, I know what it is. That's it.
We're supposed to be talking to the audience.
Well, I haven't seen it, so you're the one talking about it.
Alright, so the General Hospital is like, they're the best hospital in the city, but the city is overrun with crime. So they got surgeons to find the malignant tumors within the body of the city and perform surgeries and just go kill the criminals.
See, every time you describe it, you're really running with this metaphor.
Because they push it hard.
In series?
Yes.
Where it's like, we know what's going on.
Yeah.
They're just killing
They're
criminals.
Batmaning it, they're getting rid of the bad guys, or they're Punishering it. And they really push the doctor gimmick.
What, they're doctors using doctors?
Some of them are doctors. Some of them are high school students.
Gotta have the high school.
Of course, you gotta have the high school angle. So, individual episodes, some of them are goddamn trash and they don't make any goddamn sense. But the overarching plot is pretty fun. My biggest problem with Triage X, and this is gonna sound like sacrilege coming from me, it's the fan service. Because I love fan service, and you know this. Everyone knows this.
You got a jerk.
I love fan service. I love it. I think it's fun. I think it's a great time. But fan service has a pretty distinct tone. A very jokey and fun tone.
Technical difficulties.
And the actual tone of the series is pretty edgy, grimdark, rape, murder. A drug makes people into, like, crazy animals, and they rape and murder and do terrible shit. And then she's an idol, and she has big bouncing tits. And it's like, I really like the idol character, because she's hot, and she's got a great design. She's, like, curvy, so it's like she's kind of chubby in there. It's like, that's cool. That's a nice design. But then the main character is a literal fucking sociopath. And he has, like, a fucked up past, and he's insane. And he's actually just killing people, and he's like, I don't feel shit. I'm fucked up, and I'm just gonna keep killing these people, because they're villains.
Your kind of guy.
He's awesome! But then, like, 2 seconds later, the nurse pops her tits out, and it's, whoop, 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 whoop. And I don't know how to feel, because I like fan service, but the tone is completely clashing with the tone of the rest of the series. And I'm a stickler for tone.
So it's like Fairy Tail.
No, because Fairy Tail is dumb and shitty all the way around. You can't take the rest of Fairy Tail seriously, even if the fan service wasn't there. Like, if the fan service was just taken out of this series, I could take it a little more seriously. I don't know. It's fun. It's weird. It's not good, by any means. But I had a lot of fun. It's a really fun series. So one of those things, just shut your brain off, you'll have a good time. See some, like, dumb hype fights, some executions, some assassinations.
See, I like fights that matter.
Oh, they don't really.
Like in iRobot. When he's fighting the robots.
I'm gonna talk about fucking iRobot.
I'm just giving an example of something that, you know, like, has a little weight to it.
I don't think iRobot
Something that makes me feel.
is the perfect example here.
Well, made me feel, dude.
You feel over weird things, so that's not exactly a seal of approval.
Saving the day, beating the robots.
moving on. Triage X is okay. So this is a series I think you might like.
What is it?
All right. Actually, I don't know if you'll like it. I think there are parts of it that you would find appreciable. So it's Yamada-kun to Sevenin no Majo. Yamada-kun and the Seven Witches. And Yamada is like, he's a delinquent in high school, and he just doesn't have time for all this. He barely shows up to school, falls asleep the whole time. And then there's this other girl, and she's like, she's a kudere, she's all silent and shit, and she's the smartest girl in school. And then they're both walking, and then they fall down the stairs and they're switched bodies. So it's Freaky Friday already. And he's like, man, her life is fucked up, she's getting bullied, everything's fucked. And he's like trying to find her to get his body back. And at the end of the episode, they fall back down the stairs, and it's like, shit, it didn't work. But the way they switched bodies actually was because when they fell, they kissed. So now he can switch bodies with anybody he kisses. And then, so then the second episode...
Wait, does he gain the traits, stereotypically, of hot girl?
No. He puts on those things to trick people, to like pretend, but he's terrible at it, and that's a whole gimmick in the show.
Alright.
So then in the next episode, they start experimenting with it. It's a comedy. It's a slice of life romantic comedy type thing with magical powers thrown in. But they start experimenting with the power.
I gotta say, it sounds real stupid. That, oh, they kissed while they were falling down the stairs.
They kissed and they fall down those stairs. It's like, I don't think you would actually like the show, but I think there are aspects you would enjoy where it's like, alright, so if you kiss somebody while you've kissed someone, do you transfer bodies again? And yeah, that happens. So then they're like trying all the different things they can do with it, and then trying to solve problems by convincing people to kiss him. And then, spoiler alert, other people with kiss powers show up, and they're the witches. But if he kisses one of those witches, he switches powers with that witch. So he kisses someone, and then when he gets her power, everyone he kisses falls in love with him. So then, but then if he kisses them again, they fall out of love with him. So then they're like, wait, what happens if you kiss somebody that's already in love with you? And then they go out and they start experimenting with powers, and I think you would really enjoy those parts of it.
The experimentation?
The experimentation, and then just like the unique powers with like unique limiters and stuff.
I do like powers.
You like powers and you like limiters on those powers?
But wait, Eno Battle had powers.
Exactly. So this matters
that was shit.
This matters a lot more than Eno Battle.
Well, slice of life.
It is a romantic comedy, shonen, mystery, supernatural harem.
Most of that is stuff I don't like.
It's actually pretty fun. I found it really enjoyable. The opening is great.
Is it girls singing?
It's a guy singing.
Alright.
I'll play it for you right now, and then just edit it out.
Yeah, we don't need to see that.
So, TV shorts. I don't give a fuck about TV shorts. I don't watch them, because I don't like watching 3 to 5 minute episodes.
You sure?
I just don't like it.
Dragon Ball Z!
My only exception
I saw Dragon Ball
is
down
Inferno Cop.
Oh, that's like a super gag.
But Inferno Kapu, that transcends media, so don't worry about that. Of the TV shorts from this season, none of them. Movies that premiered this season, Dragon Ball F, Revival of F,
so
whatever.
That's like an OVA pretty much.
It's a movie. It's a full movie.
OVA, yeah.
It's a full movie.
OVA, come on. They're all fucking... It's just another thing that's not actually a TV episode.
It's a full
So it's an
feature-length
OVA.
Movie.
Original video.
OVAs are down here. This is listed as
Animation.
a feature-length movie.
Yeah, whatever.
Alright, the difference between an OVA and a movie is movies have budgets. Like, the Love Live School Idol movie. That is playing in American theaters.
So let me guess. Goku's gonna fight Frieza, and he's gonna beat him.
Well, spoiler alert, we're going to see Dragon Ball Z Revival of F in theaters, dubbed. So we will do a review of it.
It's terrible.
It's going to be amazing.
I'm calling it right now. Well, you actually already told me Frieza trains up, because...
Yeah, that's the plot of the movie.
The premise is, he beat Frieza, because Frieza's the most powerful at the time, but he never really trained.
He was so strong, he didn't need to train, and he was
So-
already the strongest in the universe.
So he trains up and then comes back.
Trains for 3
He's even
months,
stronger.
and he's even stronger.
But then Goku's just gonna go Super Saiyan God. Super Saiyan!
Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan, but wait,
Super Saiyan got Super Saiyan 3.
Vegeta's there too.
And that's bullshit.
No, because Vegeta's the best.
See, Vegeta's the best because people like him. He's
'Cause
not
he's
the best
cool!
because he's actually good. If anything, he's the worst because he'll just never reach Goku's level. It's
But
a fact. Except
he might.
Except the author, whatever, Toriyama, he's gonna make him good because everyone wants him to be that
Because
good.
everybody fucking loves Vegeta.
Yeah. So, audience demand equals results.
Exactly. So,
Not because he actually deserves it or anything.
I'm excited for that. And then directly below that on Anime News Network, when I was seeing the link to that, I saw the Love Live School Idol movies playing in America. And I was like, shit, I gotta get in there.
What, Portland?
And it's not playing anywhere in Oregon. I was very upset. Because I would have forced you to make me go to that, or drive me to that. I would have found a way to get you.
On a work day.
Whatever. The third, or the second Attack on Titan movie collection, whatever.
Boo. What, is it the live action movie?
No. It's the compilation movie.
Oh, fuck that.
Yep. Alright. That was summer 2015.
Wait, is that
Spring 2015.
Upcoming? No, I already
That
heard.
was spring 2015.
What about JoJo's? Wasn't that?
Oh yeah, that wasn't on here. Let's talk about JoJo's. JoJo finished.
JoJo review.
Alright,
It was
we're going to
good.
talk about JoJo for a while.
I don't know about that long. There's not much to
Well,
say.
Alright, so JoJo.
Final rating. Great.
Alright, rank the JoJo parts that we've seen, the first three.
From best to worst?
Best to worst.
And by worst,
The slightly less great.
Not as good. It goes JoJo 2. Was that Battle Tendency?
Battle Tendency.
With
Alright,
Joseph
I'll say
Joestar.
Phantom Blood, Battle Tendency, and Stardust Crusaders are the three. 1,
Okay.
2, and 3.
Battle Tendency. I don't know, man.
So,
Stardust Crusader and... So wait, Stardust Crusader is basically 2, though, put together. Because it's so long.
no, it's just the first long one.
But it's basically 2 because that's how long it is.
Well, it's twice as long.
It's twice as long, so
No.
that kind of factors in.
Part 3 is twice as long as the first two parts put together.
What?
Part 3 alone is twice as long as part 1 and 2 put together.
I thought it was like 50 episodes.
Yeah, and the first one was only 20 episodes, or 25 episodes.
Yeah, so it's...
The first two parts were 25 episodes.
Each.
No, together.
What?
Yeah, part 1 was 8 episodes, man.
What?
Yeah. Part 1 was 8 episodes.
Okay, get this up on the screen.
I
don't believe you.
we watched it, man. I've watched JoJo multiple
It felt
times.
way longer than that.
It was not.
Were those episodes like an hour long?
Nope.
I don't know, dude.
You're factually wrong. So, Bizarre Adventure.
Okay.
Episode 10 is New York JoJo. So, first part is 9 episodes.
Really?
Yes. Then New
Jesus.
York's JoJo happens, and that goes through 26.
Damn.
Yes.
I didn't realize
The first
that.
two parts aren't that long.
Holy shit. Are you sure that's not just like a
No.
bridge?
It is not. That's how long the first two parts are.
Wow, it felt longer than that.
It was an adventure. And then part 3 is 48 episodes. So it's not quite twice as long, but it's pretty long. So
fucking long.
Part 2 JoJo is still my favorite JoJo, bar none.
Can't beat it.
Bar none. He is fucking the best.
He's tricking, he's
a
trapping.
tricky asshole, but I think overall, I liked part 3 more. As an overall series, I think I liked just the themes, the concepts.
See.
Alright, I'm also a sucker for adventures and friendship.
Also, like, hype action shit.
Yeah. And
Stardust Platinum, that's the guy, right?
Star
Platinum?
Platinum.
Yeah, Star Platinum doing his rapid punches. That's hot. While Joseph Joestar tricking someone.
Yeah.
That's hot in a different way.
It's super
and
hot.
we know
like,
which
"Oh!"
one. We know which one you're gonna go for.
Yeah. So like I love Joseph's trickery because it's like, oh man, look at this motherfucker. But then you go over to
punches.
You go over to punches, and it's like, yeah. That's me, at least.
I'm kind of over rapid punches.
I'm a sucker for rapid
punches. Was JoJo
punches.
the originator?
No, I think
Fist of the North Star?
I think Fist of the North Star or something like really old was the originator. But Fist of the North Star and JoJo are the two that popularized it.
See, I saw Saint Seiya,
Yeah.
a.k.a. Knights of the Zodiac, on
Knights of the Zodiac does have rapid punches.
Saturday Entertainment Show.
Okay.
That was the pre-Toonami Saturday show.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
I saw Boomerang.
Pegasus
Fucking hate it.
Meteor Punch! And, okay, so you rapid punch, that's cool. Then I saw Luffy doing it, it's like, ice, rubber, because
Makes sense.
you had trouble wrapping your mind around it, but I figured it out.
Ah.
And then ever since then, I'm kind of like, yeah, everyone's doing rapid punches. It's not so cool anymore.
I love rapid punches. It's a trope I just don't get sick of.
I'm just okay with it.
But that aside, I think part 3 is the first one to me that actually felt like a bizarre adventure.
Well, yeah, because they actually, like, it was so long.
It was a long ass adventure, and then when they got to Dio is like a motherfucker.
That's the thing, though. Given how long it is and the adventure premise, quotes, like, oh, they're off on an adventure, they're having fun and shit. Well, it's Dio's fault they're there, killing his mom. And wait, this is like spoilers, right?
No.
So we can't spoil anything?
We can't full spoilers.
Okay. Part 3 ended. The whole point was
Beat Dio.
beat
All right,
Dio because
Dio
his mom.
fucking dies at the end.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert. They beat the bad guy.
After that, there's really nothing else we can spoil.
Not really.
It's over. They beat him.
They beat Dio.
Guess what? What's his face is in part 4, isn't he? You said. Alright, so they beat him, and, like, over the course of, like, oh, I've bonded with these characters, but then taking each episode on its own, I'm just not, like, seeing any, like, individual, like, yeah, that's great, that one's great, that one's great. There's, like, a few for me.
Fucking Darby the Gambler.
That was really good.
That was great.
That
Darby
was,
the
like,
player.
I was literally falling asleep during some of that, but it was hot.
Darby the player was less fun, but still pretty hype. With the yes.
Because the Darbys were all about...
No.
Darbys were all about thinking.
Yeah. I still think Joseph should have been the one to beat Darby. That should have been his time to shine.
Like,
because he's a
didn't
tricker.
he, kind of?
No, not really. He was beat. He was straight up beat.
No, Joseph beat the Darbys.
No, he didn't.
Oh, the first Darby.
The first Darby.
He got tricked.
He should have been the one to do the tricking. But Jotaro always beats it.
There was some general characters doing stuff that another character should have been doing over the course of it.
It's main character thing a main character does.
Anyways,
everything.
what I'm saying is, like, aside from those few examples,
Oingo and Boingo.
they're funny.
Whole Horse and Boingo. I love that episode.
It was kind of like, the Destiny thing wasn't so consistent.
Yeah.
But, like, overall, it goes together to make the whole experience better.
Yeah.
There's just no individual things being awesome. It adds up.
It all adds up, and I really grew to like the characters.
And it's like in the first one, I wasn't feeling it. All right, to be honest, in the beginning, I was like, I don't know about
Part
this.
3 or Phantom Blood?
Very first one.
Phantom Blood?
Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
I was...
They're all talky. They didn't really have it all down yet.
I was really into Phantom Blood just because I loved Dio.
See, I never knew Dio.
Because Dio's just a fucker.
I knew him from Jump Ultimate Stars, where he did the steamroller move.
Yeah.
And that was it.
So people were talking about it.
And I thought Jotaro was the main character all along.
Yeah, I was very
So I was
confused
like,
when I heard
where's
about the
this
concept
guy?
of JoJo.
So then, but yeah, the first one didn't suck me in. I got tired of it, actually. And then we came back to it after, like, a short break.
No, it was not a short break. It was a long break. And then I was like,
Fine,
you know
long
what?
break.
Fuck it. Part 3 is going to be starting in like a year. We're going to watch it.
Whoa, watch out, a year.
Well, yeah, because it was a while. And then I was like, fuck it. I know you will like Joseph.
It got me-
I'm going to get you through Phantom Blood.
I got back into it once they got to the castle and shit actually started moving again.
Yeah.
And I had to get over the fact that everyone in JoJo's is going to talk. They're going to narrate everything that's
Exactly.
going on, what they're thinking,
You
what
had
they're
a
going to
big
do,
problem with
their
Speedwagon.
plan. Speedwagon was exposition.
He was only there to talk about how hot everything else was.
But then that's also a problem because he was there, but he wasn't really doing anything.
Yeah.
Whereas they got better about that, and everyone there is explaining stuff, not just the one person who ain't doing shit.
Yeah.
And so I got back into that. The end of that was really hype. And then 2, I was into that mostly from the beginning.
Because it's hard not to be into Joseph from the get-go.
Because he's just like, he's thinking.
He immediately shows up and beats the shit out of a racist.
Pulls-
Hard not to be into that.
fights a vampire, and like, oh man, what's he gonna do? Pulls a Tommy gun. Oh, I knew about you, Vampire Man.
And then shoots it into a fucking diner full of people.
Yeah, he's like thinking about stuff, and then just there was like that middle part where like they gotta stop and like ooh, do a little training.
Yeah.
And then shit picks right back up when what's his face? Can I even say it?
Cars?
Are spoilers?
Oh. No, let's not say that. Let's not say a character's. Let's not say that.
Fine, something important happens.
There is an event that happens, and it's like, all right, you can pretty much guess this from the opening because they almost show it.
Everything's in the openings.
They
in
almost
the first two.
explicitly show it in the opening.
It's like you'd have to be an idiot not to get it.
Yeah, but some people skip openings. Some people just don't
Well,
watch.
fucking idiots, because 2 is a great opening.
2 is the best opening by far.
Anyways, that was hot. Had a rock awesome ending.
Oh yeah.
You said you were spoiled on it.
I was spoiled on the way the main villain died, not how he did it. So I was like,
he does it.
And god damn, that was hot.
I don't even want to say how he did it because it's like.
Watch fucking JoJo's, people. It's a good series.
And then, then that ends and like, oh, it's all great, and then it rolls right into season 3.
Season 3, part 3, which I was not feeling part 3 for a while.
Let's wipe everything. Hormone is out. We're not using that.
Hormone ain't shit. Stands.
Magic. Straight up magic.
Literal magic.
I think there was vampires, but it's like they were kind of running a science angle there from the very beginning.
And I think it's either part 4 or part 5. Straight up aliens and ghosts are a thing.
Yeah.
He just stops giving a fuck.
But anyways, part 3 suddenly stands. Everyone's got stands. You can't beat them without a stand.
Yeah.
Which there's, like, the power guy in me says, come on, but I'll just accept that for now.
Everyone is a stand user. It's not a problem.
And they just go on being, stand user of the week.
Yeah. And I wasn't into that for a while, but then I got into it's just like, look at this dumb shit.
It grows on you.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of the monster of the week trope at all, but it grew on me in JoJo's.
They're getting into shenanigans every week. They almost never suspect it's a stand user.
Yeah. And so,
Unless it
isn't.
Is
this the work of an enemy stand?
Someone says, whoa, I think there's something going on here. Come on, man, you're crazy.
Yeah.
Most of the characters have literally 0 character development until the very end. I'll just say that.
Yeah.
And Polnareff is the Joker.
Polnareff is the Joker who has character. He's the only one with real character development.
Even Jotaro, none.
Yeah. Jotaro is the worst character.
He doesn't grow. He doesn't learn. I will say towards the very end, he's explicitly told something, and just doesn't listen.
Yeah.
And nearly dies because of it.
Yeah.
I don't even know if he learned from that.
We've been talking about JoJo's for a while. Positive, I really liked part 3 by the end.
That grows on you. I don't want to spoil that either.
The final fight was super hot.
Not even the final fight, like the opening.
Oh, yeah. No, we're not spoiling that.
Watch the opening every single time.
Watch the opening every single time, and then the last 2 episodes, extra watch it. It's so fucking good.
It's one of those things that I really like this now.
Yeah.
This has been elevated. It's one of the first to really do that,
Final note on JoJo, part 3.
Well, no, the final fight. We gotta talk about that.
Final fight.
Final fight happened. Do we say how he beat him?
He just did, really.
Okay, yeah, because
he just kind of did.
Towards the end, Dio goes Super Saiyan.
He literally goes Super Dio.
He's Super Dio, and he's got, makeup on now.
I thought he was pretty cool looking.
And then before, it's like, well, how's he gonna beat him? And he's like, there you go, I pretty much killed him. Then he becomes Super Dio, and he's like, how are you gonna kill me now? And then he does it.
Yeah. The very end of that fight was pretty limp, but everything leading up to it was super hot.
Yes. And then everything from that was didn't matter.
Yeah.
Nothing. A very limp exit for part 3. Part 2 had, hey, everyone's back together, and here's what happened to this character. Here's what they went on to do.
Yeah.
Speedwagon died of old age or something.
Yeah, old ass man.
Guess what happens? They're like, well, fun adventure, I had good times.
Bye!
Also that, I want to say about the adventure and good times. The reason they were there, JoJo's mom, on the verge of death the whole 43 days. And everyone trying to kill them. And people trying to kill them generally doing bad stuff.
Yeah.
Real fun time there.
Yeah.
It was not ludonarrative dissonance, the thing that's happening and then their feelings about the thing
You gotta
doesn't
have,
go together.
So like in Lord of the Rings, they have fun times all the time. You can't be grim, dark, and
That was
entire
their
adventure.
like the rest from the dark times though. It's like, now that we can sit down, it's like I'm really glad you're here with me on this. Like your strength, your power gives me power. You're my power, Frodo.
Also, the Joesros or the Joestars are all fucking weird assholes, and they collect a bunch of weird assholes around them. So them having weird shenanigans kind of makes sense. They're also
all the casualties we had, but fun times.
They're also fighting the weirdest shit ever, like a fly on a plane, and a car, and a boat monkey.
Yeah, silly shit. That's great, but it's just like the serious stuff that did happen. It didn't really feel like they acknowledged it at the end. They just basically said fun times and walked away.
They said it was some bad shit happened.
They really didn't.
They did. They literally said, hey, some bad shit happened. Despite all that, I had a good time.
Yeah, aside from the very serious things we can't even talk about.
Exactly. Alright, we've been talking about JoJo for a while. Final note on JoJo's.
It's good.
Favorite stand? Favorite stand user?
Man, it's been so long. How can I even...
My favorite stand? I don't know. There were so fucking many.
Favorite stand user, Oingo and Boingo.
My favorite stand user is either Darby or Pet Shop.
Which one was Pet Shop?
The bird.
Oh, that fucker was
that
evil.
Fucking bird.
That's one of those things that's really cool. It was like the stand user was a bird, the most evil stand user, because he didn't give a fucking shit.
It's like, I love, because usually when it's like an animal that they're fighting, it's like, oh, he's just trying to protect his master or something.
Nope.
That bird was a fucker. That bird was a fucking asshole.
What did he do? He cut himself with his beak to show he didn't give a shit.
Yeah, and then he killed dogs, and almost killed a child, and then started eating the dead dogs. He's just a piece of shit. He's an asshole bird.
And then that was like one of the first actual fatalities, wasn't it?
Like,
because most people, oh man, this guy gets cut in half. No, he's alive.
X retires or X.
Yeah, they
gets
kept
beat.
saying people got retired or like got all the bones in their body broken.
Yeah.
And it said bird died.
Dead. Motherfucking dead.
First one, and it's like you're gonna throw that away on an animal.
The best animal. Like, that motherfucker ain't getting out of that alive.
And then the girl she retired.
Yeah.
She was one of the most dead ones.
Yeah. Like, how? How did you survive that?
Yeah, the magnetism girl, she got literally crushed by 30 tons of metal.
It's
all her
fine.
bones broken, sent to the hospital.
It's fine. I'm happy Whole Horse made it out of there.
He made it out of there?
Yeah, he survived.
When the fuck was that? Oh yeah,
He got taken to the hospital with Boingo.
That's stupid.
I
Yeah,
love
it's
Whole
just
Horse.
a bunch of shenanigans.
I love Whole Horse. He's so dumb.
And it's weird how, with all the shenanigans in the series, when something serious does happen, you feel about it.
Yeah.
And if that thing, didn't really happen, you're like, man, come on.
One thing...
But then later something else does happen.
Our actual final note, the thing I really liked about Dio was they kept, because when they were going to fight Dio, I was thinking,
They kept pumping him up.
How can they not beat Dio? Dio, they got all this shit, they got all this experience, he's just been sitting in a goddamn room. And then they introduce Dio, and it's like, how the fuck can they beat Dio? How can they possibly beat him?
I could see how they could, it's just they didn't. Because of his power, he had, can I even say it?
No.
He could use his power, but then what about the times when he couldn't?
Yeah, it's inconsistent, whatever. Moving on!
Also,
Summer preview!
Oh, one more thing, talking is a free action.
Of course. That general rule of anime, talking is a free action.
Has never applied so much as in the very end of JoJo
Exactly.
Part 3.
I'll just say, Dio's power has a 5-second time limit, and he is talking for 5 minutes straight. He's putting on monologues. He is talking for 5 minutes straight.
Making a speech. Narrating everything he does every single second.
And he's like...
While counting down.
Yeah, and he'll be talking for a full minute. Only 4 seconds left. It's like, what the fuck are you doing, Dio?
Just gonna throw this in for extra measure.
Alright, summer preview. We got quite a bit here to go through.
Oh, jeez, seriously?
I kept trying to rush this through JoJo's, and you kept... Wait! Alright.
Yeah, part 3's good.
Akagami no Shirayuki Hime.
Something about a princess.
The story, and
And a god?
you're gonna keep spoiling this shit, so I'm gonna move where you can't read it. The story of the original manga
You
revolves
do
around...
realize not being able to see anything takes me so much out of this experience.
Fine, just don't read shit. Story of the original manga revolves around Shirayuki, a beautiful girl working as a medicine woman who has red hair. That's a run-on sentence. Which is very rare in her country. When she is proposed and chased after by the prince of her country, she runs away, only to meet Zen, the prince of a neighboring country. Finding respect for the young man, she decides to serve at his side as his court doctor. That is a terrible fucking description. Like, Jesus Christ.
Not so much up on the royalty angle.
It looks like romance shit. Whatever. Aoharu x
Isn't it
Kikaju.
cross? It's
Cross.
either cross or you don't say it.
Yeah, also Aoharu cross Kikanju. The manga follows the high school student Hotaro Tachibana, a girl disguised as a boy. Through strange circumstances, she finds herself drawn to the world of survival games by a host, Masamune Matsuoka. The two form a team with Arrow manga artist Toru Yukimura and aim to be the best in Japan.
I don't see hentai or ecchi under that genre. list.
He's a hentai artist.
I see gender bender, but girl dressed as a guy, that barely counts.
That does not barely count. That factually counts.
It's
Just because you don't want to
fine.
see it doesn't mean it doesn't count.
It's just like that's so accepted though.
This actually looks pretty cool. I'm probably gonna check this one out.
What's with survival games? Are they really hot right now?
Yes, they are. You know what's super big? Danganronpa. You know what Danganronpa
mean,
is?
like,
kind of a survival game.
Battle Royale and Hunger Games.
Hungry Game, Danganronpa, all that shit's super
Dead
hot.
Man Wonderland.
Dead Man Wonderland.
That other one with the pink-haired girl.
Future Diary, Minarai Nikki. Ugh, Aquarian Logos. Here's the description. A new anime in the Aquarion series. That's all you fucking need to know.
So that's the one with the giant CG robots that look really goofy,
Yep. And it's not great.
but you liked it.
I'm okay with it. And I think the opening is pretty good.
Fantasy.
Actually, I think the opening is fan-fucking-tastic.
Genres action, fantasy, mecha.
Yep.
So they're using some bullshit.
Chaos Dragon Sekiuru Seneki.
Seki Ryu.
Sekiryu Seneki.
That is dragon.
Story takes place in the sparkling year 3015, where the great nations Donatia and the Quran, divide the world in a cold war as they fight for supremacy. The middle of the standoff is an island country, Nilkamui, which has lost its independence. I don't think Japan, despite being somewhat involved in it, knows what the fuck a Cold War is. Because they keep saying Cold War in hot-ass wars.
Well, they say standoff right there.
Yeah, but in other
Which
times they just...
Which means it's
like,
not really doing anything.
It's still not a goddamn Cold War. Whatever, fuck
Well, it's
it.
probably the Cold War is the setup, and then they get hot.
Fine. Looks like anime.
And it's probably some bullshit war reasons.
Charlotte. Story centered around special abilities that occur among a small percentage of boys and girls in puberty.
Wait, that is like every series ever.
Sherwood, you're right.
You're just eating this shit up.
Otusaka uses his power without others knowing, and lives a fairly normal, average high school life. Before him suddenly appears a girl, now Tomori. Due to his meeting with her, the fate of special power users will be exposed.
Yep. That's some standard shit right there.
You know what that sounds like? Battle.
A clear-cut situation with a promise of comedy.
Is comedy in the genre?
There is no genre.
This is an ungenre game series, whatever. Classroom Crisis. A romantic comedy set in the near-futuristic world about troubles and tribulations of high schoolers on a salary. With aims to one day reach out into the stars, humanity has colonized all the planets of the solar system. The story of a young high school hopefuls set in the 4th Tokyo in the Japanese Martian prefecture. Iris Shirasaki is a third-year student aspiring test pilot. Mizuki Seira is her peer/mechanic, and Mizuki's brother Kaito is their homeroom teacher and the young director of the program developing their talents.
This sounds exactly like Valvrave. Remember that? They're in the future and like, yeah, we're gonna build robots and shit and go into space.
This could be okay though.
And then they're in the future and stuff. That looks like a scene out of it.
Theme song performance, Claris.
Who?
They did the Orimo opening, and that's really good.
Yeah, fuck that show.
Dragon Ball Cho, aka Dragon Ball Super. They're recapping.
I like Choginga.
Exactly. They're recapping Battle of the Gods first, so you can probably just skip this for a while, unless you want to rewatch that. I'm gonna be skipping this until the goddamn dub comes out.
It's officially like GT is out.
GT was never canon.
It was never canon, but like there was like you could go there. People could think that, but like no, this is right after Monster.
He outright said, "Fuck that shit." That was canon since Battle of the Gods.
What?
It's been that way since Battle of the Gods.
Well, yeah, but this is a show now.
Whatever. Second season of the Fate spin-off Magical Girl series.
Wait, is that the one in the alternate universe?
Yes, it's an alternate universe where they're magical girls.
I don't like feeling that.
Gago Gurashi. You don't feel magical girls at all.
No, I'm not feeling the alternate universe thing.
Oh, whatever. The story revolves around 4 girls who decide to stay over at school. The energetic Yuki Takeya, the shovel-loving Rumi, the center of the group Ruri, who brings everyone together, and Megu, the spacey school advisor. However, through mysterious circumstances, the girls find themselves the final survivors in a zombie attack and continue to live at the school.
Are you like auditioning for a voice acting position or something?
No, I'm giving like a generic story reading.
You're being all jokey about it.
I'm giving...
Putting on a voice.
I'm doing the generic, like, story reading voice.
Contact me, Rob Snyder.
This actually doesn't sound bad. This could be funny.
Sounds generic.
Everything is goddamn generic!
It's almost like they have a High School of the Dead going on.
It's High School of the Moe.
Yeah, the dead Moe.
Gangsta!
Their faces are dead.
In the city of Erga Sulum, a Shadyville filled with made men and pretty thieves.
Petty thieves.
Petty thieves.
Get your mind out of the gutter.
Whatever. Whores on...
Whores on the make and cops on the take. Even some dirty deeds.
Too dirty for even its jaded inhabitants to touch. Enter the handyman, Nick and Warwick, who take care of the jobs nobody else will handle. Until the day when a cop they know on the force requests their help taking down a new gang, muscling in on the territory of a top mafia family. It seems like business and mayhem as usual, but the handymen are about to find out this job is a lot more than they bargained for.
Or are they going to do realistic prostitutes?
This actually, I've heard really good things.
Like in Monster.
Heard really good things about this. The manga's apparently really good, so I'm excited about this one.
Never heard of it.
Gatchaman Crowd Season 2.
Is that the one where it's really good?
It's weird. It's barely Gatchaman, but it's got like a really cool style.
This description is shit.
Yeah, it's not a good description. If you like Gatchaman Crowds, check it out. Durarara Season 2, Part 2.
Really?
Yep.
Durarara times 2. 10.
Yep.
Wait, when does it take place?
That's just talking about the first season.
No, it just said a year and a half or something.
Yeah, that's after the first season.
So it's a year after...
Probably, yeah.
The second season.
Yep. Give me a second to open up all these.
Uh-oh, I see some guys.
Oh. Gate is that GI?
Sound it out.
GAI Tai Kanochi Knight Kaku Takakare. The military fantasy series begins when a gate appears in Tokyo's Ginza district sometime in the 21st century. From the gate pours out monsters, knights from the Middle Age, and other fantasy-like beings, and they kill many of the citizens of Tokyo. The event is known as the Ginza Incident. The government sends a small group of soldiers from the Japanese Self-Defense Forces, a replacement for Japan's military, to the alternate world gate beyond. Led by otaku soldier Yuji, they find out that the village and the world are being attacked by a dragon girl. An elf girl who the survivor from the dragon's rampage travels across the dangerous new world.
So it's military and magic place?
Yes. Sounds pretty cool, actually.
Why don't they do like the reverse, but then like the magic person, they have no magic, and they gotta team up to topple like the latest politician who's trying to get reelected. It's hardcore political
There's probably
drama.
like 10 like that. This sounds pretty interesting, but you see how boring it was when I was just reading it? You gotta put a voice on it.
Well, you don't have to like make it sound like a Rob Schneider trailer.
It is everything. All of these are Rob Schneider trailers. God Eater. I think this is just based on the God Eater games, so check those out. Hunting games, they're Monster Hunter ripoffs. Alright, Himoto Maru-chan. It's a gag manga. It's super cute and adorable, and her figures are all over the place. Anime adaptation of Himoto Maru-chan manga. The sibling gag comedy manga centers around Umaru, Tahei's little sister who boasts beautiful looks as well as prowess in both school and sports. However, Himoto, beautiful little sister, has a certain secret.
She's fat.
We'll see.
She looks fat.
Alright, Jitsu wa Watashi wa. The romantic comedy centered around Asashi Kurumine, who has a crush on a cute girl named Yoko Shiragami.
Like
Shiragami just happens to be a vampire. Asahi cannot keep the secret, but he is determined to keep Shiragami's secret.
Rosario
anyways.
vampire.
So, all the girls are like different monsters and shit. The art
Rosario
style...
vampire.
People who like the manga are super angry at the anime because they say it looks way too generic, which...
Looks generic.
But the faces, man. The faces look like the manga faces, so I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. It doesn't look that different from the manga. Monster Girl
Rosario
harem.
vampire.
It's apparently nothing like Rosario Vampire.
That's the exact setup.
No, he goes to a monster school, though.
Doesn't fucking matter where he's going. They're at school, right?
Yeah, whatever.
They're wearing uniforms.
Yeah, whatever. Monster Girl, whatever.
Falls in love with a vampire.
Sounds
and then
pretty
there's
okay.
a bunch of Monster Girl harem.
Yep. Joe Kamachi no Dandelion. Hot diggity dandelion. In the story, the everyday lives of 9 superpowered siblings of the royal family are monitored by more than 200 surveillance cameras and broadcast nationwide. People of the nation who are watching the broadcast will have the ability to elect the next monarch. The story focuses on Akane, the third oldest sister who can manipulate gravity. She is shy and desperately does not want to be caught on camera. That sounds like it could be fun.
I do like gravity, but...
Why do you... It's apparently a seinen comedy slice of life. Could be pretty cool. Check it out. Do you like Jinjin Romantica? Or Jinjo Romantica? It's a yaoi series.
Pretty gay.
It's extremely gay. Do you like gay boys?
No.
I don't know. Some of the shit you talk about.
I like women.
Sure.
And men who look like women.
Prison School.
Boobs.
Yep.
I can see that from here.
They've repeatedly gotten bigger and bigger. I have no clue if this is going to be remotely okay. The manga is incredible. Like, super good art.
Face?
Yes, that's his face. The manga's art is fantastic. And it's super fucking funny. And the fan service is, like, the most fan service I've ever seen in any series. But it's actually really fucking funny and really good. I can't see this translating to anime well. We'll see. Does it have the opening listed?
So they're just teasing all these dudes? Why are they dressed in prison uniforms?
You'll see.
They're made prisoners by the girls.
I'll read the description.
I read it.
Well, I'll read it for everyone. Hachimitsu Private Academy was a revered and elite all-girls boarding school on the outskirts of Tokyo. Once upon a time. But with the new school year comes a revision to the school policy. Boys are to be admitted into the student body for the first time ever. But on his first day at Hachimitsu, Kiyoshi Fujino discovers that he's one of the only 5 boys enrolled at the school. Their numbers are overwhelmed by thousands of girls in the student body. Is it heaven or hell that awaits these 5 unfortunates? So, they get into wacky shenanigans, and then they get caught, and then they become prisoners.
Doesn't really explain anything.
Well, it's kind of a spoiler, whatever. It's prison school. They go to prison in school. It's really funny.
Am I allowed to eat my peach?
We're almost through this, man. And no, that's fucking disgusting sounding.
I wouldn't be loud about it.
Yes, you would.
No.
Then you wouldn't be talking because your mouth would be full of goddamn peach.
I'm not talking that much anyways.
Kusin Madoshi Kuse Hosei no Kyokan. Story is set in a world where humanity driven off the land by the threat of magical armored insects now live in an aerial floating city. Thus wizards, aerial combat mages who fight the insects with magical powers, came into being. Kanata Age Eiji, okay, I guess that's how that's pronounced, is a young man who lives on the floating wizard academy city of Mitsugan. He was once celebrated as the Black Master Swordsman,
There's a lot of quotes.
the elite ace of the S-128 special team. However, he is now despised as the traitor of the special team. One day he is assigned as the instructor of E601, a team that has suffered 10 consecutive defeats. E601 has 3 girls, Misura White Whale, Letzi Eisenbach, and Rico Famel, with 1 or 2 peculiar quirks.
So they're like good, they just don't have their shit together.
Yeah.
And they need him, the final puzzle piece, to be the best.
Yep. Probably. Seems alright. Alright. Monster Musume, Monster Girls. Monster Girl Harem. You got your Lamias. You got your Spider Girls.
So she's Lamia all the time?
I think so. A guy living in a house with a bunch of monsters.
Good, I don't like that shit where they're just people.
Monsters, they're real, and they want to date us. 3 years ago, the world learned that harpies, centaurs, cat girls, and all manner of fabulous creatures are not merely fiction, they are flesh and blood. Not to mention scale, feather, horn, and fang. Thanks to the Cultural Exchange Between Species Act, these once mythical creatures have assimilated into society, or at least they're trying. When a hapless human teenager named Kurusu Kimihito is inducted as a volunteer into the government exchange program, his world is turned upside down.
Wait a second.
A snake-like Lamia named Mia comes to live with him, and Kurusu's job is to take care of her and make sure she integrates into his everyday life. Unfortunately for Kurusu, Mia is undeniably sexy, and the law against interspecies breeding is very strict. Even worse, when a ravaging centaur girl and a flirtatious harpy move in, what's a full-blooded teenage human with raging hormones to do? Apparently the main character is like the most likable shonen
Click
harem
on
hero.
that adaptation thing right there. I think I've seen that.
Yeah.
Because that sounded very familiar.
It's ecchi, and apparently people say he's like the most likable harem protag ever.
Really?
That's what people say.
A nice guy?
I don't know. He might just, not be the generic simp, even though I hate using that term.
Is the harpy like lowly style?
I don't know. No Known Biori repeat. Second season of No Known Biori. Super excited about this. Adorable shit. Renge best. Overlord.
What is this, a Yu-Gi-Oh series?
That's what it looks like. Story takes place in the year 2138 when virtual reality gaming is booming! Yggdrasil, a popular
Is that how you
online
pronounce
game,
that?
is quietly shut down one day.
I
What?
say Yggdrasil.
Yggdrasil.
That's how you pronounce it?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say that.
That's how it's pronounced factually.
Yggdrasil.
Shut down one day. However, the protagonist Momonga decides not to log out. Momonga is then transferred into the image of a skeleton as the most powerful wizard. The world continues to change with non-player characters, NPCs, beginning to feel emotion. Having no parents, friends, or place in society, this ordinary young man, Momonga, then strives to take over the new world the game has become.
Okay, that sounds kind of interesting.
That actually sounds pretty cool.
A new take on the being in the game shit. The issue with the premise, a popular on game is quietly shut down. Bull fucking shit. You know what, we're gonna quietly close World of Warcraft. Just gonna shut it down. People will be pissed.
It's probably not World of Warcraft level. It's probably like...
popular.
Popular isn't the most popular. We'll see how it's explained in
A
series.
popular video game series is shut down.
These descriptions are never great.
It's gonna turn off all the Call of Duty servers.
These descriptions are never great, so maybe it's completely different. Rampo Kitan Game of Laplas, an anime inspired by the late author Itaga Rampa's work. I have no clue who that is. That's a butt.
What's the PV look like? Is it boys?
I don't know.
Playing a record.
Games.
Looks like mystery of some sort.
We
Big
will
eyes.
see.
That looks exactly like that one other series.
What one other
Where
series?
they're playing games.
Games.
Games of death.
I don't even fucking remember which one you're talking
They
about.
played pool.
Oh, Death Parade?
Yeah.
A little bit.
Just characters around the lounge.
Roka no Yusha. When the Majin awoke from the depths of darkness, the deity of fate chose 6 heroes and bequeathed them with the power to save the world. Adaretto, a boy who claims himself to be the strongest on Earth, was selected among the Roko no Yusha, heroes of the 6 flowers, and he goes to the rendezvous point. but 7 have gathered there. The heroes suspect that someone among them is the enemy, and the initial suspicion falls on Autoretto.
So it's Danganronpa.
No.
Yeah, they're all there.
That
and
basic
like,
idea.
You did it!
There's a basic idea, but that's not anything like it.
Which one is it?
Which one is the traitor? That sounds actually pretty cool.
Big boob girl's hot.
Which one?
The big boob girl.
This one?
Yeah.
They're all pretty hot.
Yeah. Well, not the boys.
Not this one.
It's probably the blue
But
one.
all these ones. I'm gonna go ahead and say it's this one.
I don't know. It's a little obvious.
Senki Sesho Symphogear GX.
Colors.
After the Frontier incident, it's a sequel to Symphogear G. Oh, Symphogear's a whole fucking
That's
thing.
the
I'm not
second
reading that
season.
shit. Shimoneta
Okay, scroll down.
Toad Inu Gain
Underwear on the face.
Gainen ga Sonzai Shinai Taikutsu na Sekai. Novel's story is set 16 after the law for public order and morals and healthy child raising banned coarse language in the country. Tanukichi Oma enrolls in the academy's... Shit.
That's actually an improvement.
It was a mistake, though. Jesus Christ.
Too far.
Enrolls in the country's leading elite public moral school and is invited into the anti-societal organization, SOX, by its founder, Ayami Kajo. As a member blackmailed into joining by Ayame, Tanukichi ends up taking part in obscene acts of terrorism against the talented student council president, Anna, for whom Tanukichi has a crush. So they act against the morals of society.
But they're gonna get crushed.
Probably.
It's a bunch of kids going up the Japanese government.
Sorry, guys, say the original 4-panel manga centers around Onfubata Ichinose, Ichigo Moesake, Rinko no Hona, 3 rookie voice actresses. The manga features small but humorous observations of the voice actor industry.
So it's like...
Hajiji Mashite launched the manga at Winter Comic-Con event in 2011, and due to have released new issues Comic-Cons ever since then.
Jeez, reading comprehension, dude.
I'm intentionally fucking it up.
Okay.
Cinderella Girls, Idolmaster 2nd season. More to Love Ru.
Butts and boobs.
Ushio no Tora,
Another
adaptation
Yu-Gi-Oh
of the
series.
manga Ushio no Tora.
It's like
Or
Zodiac.
Totora. Shonen Supernatural. See how that is. Venus Project Climax.
Jeez, those boobs.
What's wrong with those boobs?
They are... You put
There's
an eye out with them.
Lowly butt right there. Venus Project tells the story of idols living in Japan in the near future. In this world, data devices and video technology have been progressing to new heights, and people are abuzz about the new form of entertainment, Formula Venus. In Formula Venus, or FV, the chosen top idols battle in live performances with their willpower, skills, and all their experience gained. Battle idols. Sounds...
So they actually fight?
I don't
or
know.
Just dancing and singing and shit?
We'll see. This sounds exactly up my alley. Working, 3rd season. Working is The Office, the anime.
Is it like waiting the anime?
No, it's more like The Office.
Who looks at the camera all smarmy?
Probably this guy.
They should just make that like literally Office anime.
Just literally Jim.
That's it.
Spring Leftovers, Arslan Senki, Baby Steps, Denpa Kyoshi, Ikeku Ike
Yeah, we
Nihon,
talked
Nipei
all that
Tebaru, Kyokari no Rine, Nagano Yuki-chan,
Kuku.
Ninja Slayer from Animation, which I never got around to watching, Ore Monogatari, and Shokugeki no Soma. TV shorts, Bikini Warriors, which is based on a series
that's
of
about.
figures that it's them being all sexy and
How
shit.
do boobs even bounce up and down like that?
They don't. That's all there is to know.
Maybe if you slap them both in opposite directions.
Any of these movies. Boruto, Naruto the movie, that's coming out. Bakemono no Ko, The Boy and His Beast.
Is Naruto over yet or what?
Don't worry about it. The story is set in the human realm, Tokyo Shibuya Award. The Bakemono realm, Shibutenmachi. In these two worlds, which must not intersect, there lives a lonely boy and a lonely Bakemono. One day, the boy gets lost in the Bakemono world, becomes the disciple of a Bakemono Kumatsu, and is renamed Kyuda. He's trained by this cool monster guy right here, A Boy and His Beast.
He's like a bear guy.
Yeah, he's like a monster. He's really cool looking. Animation's gonna be great. Studio Chizu, can't wait. Any of these other ones, the Haikyuu movies, which are just adaptations of the first 2 arcs. Haikyuu should be coming back, I think, next season, not summer, I think in the fall. Really excited about that. Haikyuu is fantastic. And OVAs, another One Piece OVA.
What's the underwear over there?
What?
Girl in her underwear.
This one?
Mujaki.
This one? Mujaki no Rakuen. Shota, a 25-year-old NEET, is mocked by his former female classmates, who all become successes at their class reunion. A mysterious incident at the school pool throws him back in time and lets him deal with those same classmates back when they were 5th grade girls.
Moving on.
And that's it. We did it. We have previewed summer and wrapped up spring. So,
Jeez. Ugh, shut it down. Shut all the anime.
no, we need to talk about a little bit. That was an hour and a half. I'm going to edit some of that out. Spring was a fantastic season of anime. Tons of great shit. Summer seems kind of thin, honestly. Like, only a few of these seem interesting. I'm excited about Overlord, which now seems cool. Gangsta, Durarara, Arutoki Chan Chan Chan. I'm excited to see how Prison School works out. But other than that, there's not a lot here I'm that hyped for. We'll see. It could be a great season filled with a lot of surprises, but looking kind of thin. What was your anime of spring?
JoJo's?
You watched JoJo's and Ore Monogatari.
I don't know. It's pretty tough.
That it?
Probably JoJo's.
Alright. My anime of the season is Sound Euphonium. Alright. We will see you motherfuckers in 3 months!
泣かないでいて秘密の約束消えない傷跡守りたいと言ってしまえたら